Welcome to Meet the Drummer. I'm your host, Brian Petry, and today's guest is my brother, Jayme Romain.
What up, what up, what up? What it do, baby? What it do? I'm excited to be here with my boy Brian, man. I'm very excited, bro.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's jump in. Look, tell us, how'd you get started? How'd the bug bite you?
Man, it started a long time ago, honestly. You know what I mean? Growing up, I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana. It wasn't a lot of musicians. It was only sports and hood activity, if you will. You dig what I'm saying? So it was hard to kind of find myself, you know. But like I bit the bug. My uncles played guitar a little bit, you know. Just, out of tune, but you know, could still get some notes out.
Rhythm.
You dig what I'm saying? So I started playing on buckets because I grew up. I grew up on the north side of Lake Charles, and Washington, Marion, which is my high school. The marching band, I can hear them from my house, which is like 2 miles away, but I can still hear them. You know what I mean? Beating on buckets, you know what I mean? And then got in church, kind of tried to play drums a little bit. My pastor's son, he was way better than me, but he's like 4 years younger than me. You know what I mean? So I never touched a drum set ever.
That's how you learn, man.
Right. And the only way I could actually play is if I sing, because I'm a singer first, if you will. I wanted to be a drummer all my life, but they didn't let me. You had to play. You had to sing.
You had to prove yourself.
If I wanted to play, then my pastor said you got to sing, because I led every song. You know
that's
what I mean?
awesome, though, man. That's really a great concept, because you know, man, bands searching for somebody. If they see a drummer who's okay and another drummer who's just okay but sings, that drummer who's just okay and sings is going to get that gig. Nine times out of 10. So that's great, man.
Most of them. Now, I didn't like it. You didn't get I
hear you.
I didn't like it. You know, I grew up in a small church, man, called First New Life Missionary Baptist Church. A little small building. My grandpa and his brother started the church, and it was an old club. So it was very tiny. You know what I mean? Maybe 2 men at the church, and all women, my aunties, my mom, my grandma, you feel me? It was, the kids had to be in the choir as well. So when he heard that I could sing, that was it. You're not playing drums, you got to lead these songs. So, but before then, I would turn around, because I didn't like the way I sound. I had a high pitch, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to sing, I want to play drums. You know what I mean? So, you know, that was an humble beginning for me. You feel what I'm saying? Just perseverance, you know, because like singing and playing drums, not easy at all. I don't care how advanced you are. You know what I mean?
You have to be very comfortable in one to do the other, for sure.
And your brain, every limb is doing something totally different. And then now you got your mouth. Bro, it's very difficult.
I know all about it. I know all about it.
It's like so different and hard, because like you also keeping the tempo, but you also have to keep the tempo with your voice and stay in key. You know what I mean? It's very tough.
Some of these things you have to look at kind of like a polyrhythm. You know, a vocal melody, some parts where they feel like they're conflicting with the groove, you have to kind of make it a polyrhythm for it to work almost. You know, so it's definitely a mental thing.
Most definitely. For sure. It's you can overthink, and I mess up sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes my mouth do something totally different, and you know, I'll do a nice run, and then I'm like, oh wait, hold on, I'm getting off tempo. You know what I'm saying?
Your hands follow the run.
Sometimes I slow down. You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the game. You know what I mean?
So how'd you transition over to fully being on the kit?
Oh man, honestly, growing up in church, I never got paid. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted to get paid. So I got the opportunity finally to go play drums with my cousin at another church. So I was playing the whole service. I've never had that before. So I kind of got better, a little bit better and better and better. You know, I've only really been playing drums, just drums every day, every gig from like 19 years old. You know what I mean? And then when I was 20, I got the opportunity to play drums with T. Broussard and the Zydeco Steppers. So that's why my first like gig money, if you will, because church they don't consider getting paid for church. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
So T. Broussard gave me the opportunity, You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Super T Broussard. You know what I'm talking about? My boy, you know. He gave me the opportunity, taught me how to play Zydeco, because as simple as it may seem, you know what I'm saying, as repetitive as it may seem, it's not.
No.
Easy.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a feel, man.
Right.
For sure.
And, you know, some people play, everybody's interpretation of it is
a little different.
You know what I mean? But as far as like being a drummer in Zydeco, it's technically all about the pocket. You are not the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your rhythm. Your rhythm. For sure.
From gospel to Zydeco music is different. You know what I'm saying?
Polar opposite.
It's different. But it's the same kind of, because different, depending on the the genre.
Right.
You dig? Because like growing up, I grew up in a Baptist church, so everything was
oh yeah.
So that's kind of the Zydeco little feel, because the drummer just did that. He didn't roll, he crashed, and he stayed right there in the pocket, because the guitar player was that's
where the movement was, yeah.
And the singer was rolling. But other than that, so it kind of felt natural. But they have a pickup in Zydeco. T would call it complap. You feel what I'm saying?
Totally know what you're talking about. Drummer talk, man. Drummer talk. We know exactly what you mean right there.
Right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So you know, I would usually just come in straight hitting the crash.
Yeah.
But it's a pickup. You know what I mean? Yeah. Clap, boom. And Zydeco, the one is not the one.
We talked about that, man. We talked about that. I think I was talking to Blazin about that, or Gary Uze. It was Gary Uze. We were talking about it. It's like, man, for the non-Zydeco drummer to try to play a Zydeco gig, it's not easy to just walk up on.
No.
Because you're more listening for a note rather than the one.
Yeah, exactly.
To come in. And it's an art, man.
Right.
You know,
especially old school.
Oh, totally.
Don't go play no boozoo. Now listen,
you got to know,
because it's all about the feel with them. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a James Brown situation, because he went off of, he had no musical, I guess you could say, theory knowledge, but it was about how it felt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
So that Zydeco actually just, at first I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Honestly, it was just a gig.
You have to develop the listening skills,
right,
to play that.
And
man,
then
really.
I had to make my life consumed by Zydeco music. For me to be able to get the feel, I had to listen to only Zydeco music, playing only Zydeco music. You dig what I'm saying?
Totally.
And that helped a lot. You know what I mean? Listening to the old school, the new school. You know what I mean? And kind of picking apart the small little nuances, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
man, I can tell you, looking from the outside, the way you say you learned, you know, having to go in church and sing before you can actually just sit down and play.
Yeah.
What that does for your confidence is probably astronomical, because if you can get comfortable standing up in front of a stage, not behind our kit, because our kit,
was a barrier.
That's our barrier, man, for sure. And we're so much more comfortable back there because we have things to touch and we know what to do with our hands. When you're standing up in front, what do I do with my hands? Kind of thing. So if you can get comfortable doing that, as soon as you sit behind a kit, man, the confidence is through the roof. You know, that's really great the way you started like that.
Yeah, man.
So it was your cousin that was or your uncle that was your first gig, you say?
So my cousin, he was a keyboard player.
Okay.
And he allowed me to come play drums behind him at a church, you know, and that actually helped boost my confidence, because I never had a drum lesson ever.
Yeah, me either. That's cool.
You know, it was just buckets and watching, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
man.
watching and watching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not understanding that the foot, like I never had a kit ever, so I didn't understand the hi-hat. I didn't know what a hi-hat was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what a ride cymbal was. You feel me?
It's amazing, because to hear you now, man, your touch on everything is beautiful, man. Because, you know, when I hear you with Chubby, you know, at these festivals and stuff that we play, I'm just, man, I'll be standing there, I'll be talking to somebody, and then all of a sudden I hear that groove lock in, and I'll turn around, I'm like, man. And then it's you. I'm like, so, you know, to say that you came up like that, didn't have a kick, didn't have any really perception or concept of how to apply things to a kit. To hear you play now, that's amazing, because, man, your feel and your touch is beautiful.
Thank you, man.
If it's natural, then man, that's
Definitely
pretty
all
amazing.
natural. I prayed and would beg my mama and daddy, can I have a drum set? Can I have drum lessons? Can I have piano lessons, vocal lessons?
Yeah.
It was go to church, and then my mama was the I guess you could say the secretary of Bible school, Sunday school. So
Okay.
she had a key to the church. I would take her key and walk all the way to the church, maybe 4 miles.
Go play.
Just to go play.
That's awesome.
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
It's great that you had that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really cool,
just
man.
to go. But it wasn't a lot. You know what I'm saying? As
That's
I got
okay.
a little older, I was able to go to the church and practice a little bit and try to make some little groups and singing groups. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but
yeah.
I didn't I played drums at a church and played a little bit of Zydeco, but I was in a singing group. First, I was in a couple singing groups. You know what I'm saying? I know we
Yeah.
talk about drums or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. No, I love it.
The musicians I was around in these singing groups was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys played multiple instruments. You know, I'd never seen a bass before, you know, until I got a little bit older. I never knew that.
About how old
guitar-
were you when this was going on?
So I started in the singing groups in 13. It was a guy that played at my church. So I never played drums for any of these groups, if you will. I was singing, you know what I'm saying? But the musicianship was amazing.
It's funny,
know what
you
I'm
get in
saying?
these groups right when your voice starts to change. When
Yeah,
you're so,
yeah,
You
I
get
was-
12, 13, your voice starts getting a little
Not
deeper,
me,
you know?
not me.
Stayed
no,
up high.
I sung soprano 2, soprano 1 till I was 16.
Wow.
I naturally could
Yeah.
sing it, you know. So I always sung the high part, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great.
So that just taught me a lot, just being around those guys, you know. And all of them are doing very well, you know what I'm saying, for themselves and continuing to do their church thing and groups and different things, country bands, you know. One of my big brothers, his name is Deuce Jacko. He does every instrument, you know what I mean? Amazing musician.
It
you know
is
what I'm
amazing.
saying?
There are so many multi-instrumentalists around here, and it just
Yeah.
it blows my mind. And I'm sitting here going, man, damn the bike and damn the football, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
We've missed out on a lot of opportunity back
Yeah,
then.
bro. Yeah, bro. Like I would walk around wishing I had friends that were musicians, but everybody was playing basketball and football. So
Exactly, yeah.
I failed to that. You know what I'm saying? I had to because there was
Yeah.
nobody singing. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
listening to an R&B song? What are you doing? You're a dude.
You're
you know
right.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's
No,
crazy.
it's awesome.
To think like that they would think. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to be playing sports, not doing music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So it was definitely hard, but it was easy because now I have something that's mine. You feel
Right.
me?
Oh, yeah.
And that was able to kind of keep me pushing, keep me dreaming, because it's not easy. You know, I'm 36, I'm still dreaming. You know what I mean? I never want to stop dreaming. You feel me?
You know, man, it's funny you bring up the R&B, and people were questioning that, because when I came up in the 80s, 90s, R&B was where it was at.
Yeah. But you grew up in a different time too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Boys to Men, Bell
Yeah,
Biv
yeah.
DeVoe,
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
Gill, all
Yeah.
these kind of amazing artists. I mean, I
Right,
could
right.
rattle off 100 of them and still have some left, because
Right.
across all genres, man.
Yeah.
Music was just so much more complete than it is nowadays. I
Most
guess AI and the fact that a lot of artists just want to be famous instead of protect their music and write music.
Right.
Back then, the artist would tell the label where to stick it if they had something
Right,
they didn't like.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the label controls
Yeah.
everything, and that's why music, in my opinion, is not nearly where it used to be.
No,
not
it's
nearly,
not.
man. Because
It's not.
there's so much real talent, real songwriting out there that's being left on the table because of this, man.
Man, listen, as a music producer, songwriter, singer, and artist, drummer, musician, it's very hard being a unicorn, if you will.
Oh, totally.
Not saying that I have magical powers. You
No,
dig
I know
I'm
what you're saying.
But like
Yeah.
finding your way in
Yeah.
this, you have to either conform, you dig what I'm saying, and do things that you don't want to do, the type of music, and be around a certain crowds that you really don't feel comfortable just to say that
Yeah.
you know, that's not my approach. You
It's
know
like
what
the
I'm
guy
saying?
I play with, man. This is why he's not in Nashville. He's not going to sell out.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows what his music is worth to him.
Right.
So
Yeah, right.
I totally understand what you're saying there.
Yeah.
crazy, man.
So, yeah, it's but one person that's keeping it alive musical wise is Bruno Mars and his camp. And Anderson .Paak, he just gives me so much motivation because what he does is what I do. That's why I like Gino V, because Gino V can play and sing.
Right.
It's not easy to do. Shout out to Gino V. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So Bruno and them, the way they produce their music is just like so organic. You know what I mean? And he touches everything. Like it can be a simple song. He played a triangle. He did
totally.
something on
Creating.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
man.
that's what I love. You know, I love that about today's music. And there's a lot of artists out there that hasn't really just finally getting to that. Like a guy named Leon Thomas. I've been watching him since a kid, since August Rush. I forgot the name of that song, the movie. But a little dreadhead guy, he was on a Nickelodeon show. He's amazing. Leon Thomas. He plays guitar.
To check him out, yeah.
Oh, he's amazing, bro. He plays guitar and sing. It's organic. You know, his music sounds very eclectic.
Yeah.
You dig what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's beautiful to see, you know.
Check him out.
Being in this genre as far as Zydeco, I've been immersed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's just the way it makes me feel, I guess you could say. It's like so much freedom in it.
Yeah.
As simple form as it is, it's so much freedom the way it makes me feel. Like playing drums, I've never been a lick guy, if you will. I can do some licks, you know what I'm saying? But
Pocket player.
singing and playing, you can't just be all over the place. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, look, man, nobody's getting gigs by playing solos.
Yeah. You know,
I've never seen anybody dance during a drum solo.
Yeah, you know, which I want to get better. You know, you always get better. You know what I'm saying? So
it's cool to have chops, but it's cooler to have groove.
Most definitely. I'm a groove guy. Definitely a groove
Yeah,
guy.
man.
I love groove. You
That's
know
where
what
it's
I mean?
at.
Yes, sir. I love groove. That sounds like a shirt.
So let me ask you this, man. How did you get picked up with Chubby Carrier? How'd you get the Chubby gig, man?
So with Chubb is me and his son, AJ Bello. Me and him were real cool. You know, he used to come to the church, and he used to be just staring at me. I'm like, man, why this dude just, you know what I'm saying? But you know, musician
In church, get defensive.
Like, man, well, I just didn't know he was a musician.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, this dude just looking at me. Then kind of find out this dude a Grammy Award winning musician.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I mean? So me and him were cool. I took his spot. You know, he trained me for the gig. Shout out to AJ Bello. You know what I mean?
Man.
He trained me for the gig, and that's how I got it. He was like, "Oh, Daddy, I got you," and
That's
he thought I
awesome.
would be the perfect fit. You know?
Yeah.
Which it was hard.
Because Chubby's a good drummer himself. Man.
Oh yeah,
Chubby
yeah.
can play.
Used to be.
Yeah. That's what he says,
Nah,
right?
he got
You
it.
don't forget. Yeah.
He got it. You know,
Because you played with one of my brothers on that gig, man, Johnny B.
yeah.
John Barres.
Yes, sir. John Barres, that's my boy. Yes,
John's
sir.
my brother, man. Me and John go way back. So
man, that's
he's,
dope, bro. That's dope.
He's a groove dog, man.
Most def, bro. He locks in, bro. I love his intensity. You know what I'm saying?
He's always got great tone and beautiful gear, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Always.
most def. Oh, I just got this. I changed the strings. I'm like, man, what is that, John? You know what I mean? It's like, bro, it's nice, man. I picked this up. Da da da. I'm like, that's cool, bro. Because I play bass as well. You know what I mean? I'm not. I guess I wouldn't say I'm incredible, but I can play
hear
bass.
You, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guitar though.
That's the thing, man. There's some scary rhythm sections down here. You know, we've talked about that in all the episodes, but it's true, man. There are so many. I mean, all instruments really. There are scary musicians down here, but especially in Zydeco, man.
Oh yeah.
There are some bad brothers playing bass and drums in this genre down here.
Most definitely, bro.
It's pretty cool.
I love most of the Zydeco musicians start on washboard or drums.
Right.
You know, most of them. You know.
Yeah.
And it's motivation to watch these guys because there's a lot of them that's amazing. Like Chris Arduin is. We from the same place. We're from the same neighborhood.
Yeah, man.
He's his music production is what captured me. You know what I'm saying? And I got to see him work. You know what I'm saying? I got to
Chris
see him
is
do
a
his
cool
thing.
dude too, man. We
Really
crossed
dope.
him at a lot of festivals too, man.
Really dope.
Super cool.
His brother Sean Arduin, he was one of the original guys that was singing and playing drums. Not original, I guess you could say, but he is still a legend in the game for singing and playing. You know, Lake Charles Connection. You know what I mean? They were really dope. You know what I mean? So I like to take from the past and the new. You know what I mean? And just mix it into what I feel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So let me hit on some, because I just thought of something with the whole Lake Charles thing, and you and I touched on it before we started recording and everything. But coming up in Lake Charles, I know you guys had some misfortune with the hurricanes. Like, well, y'all got
So many.
smashed by two or three of them in a row.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Laura and Delta.
I mean, just
Yeah. We didn't have Lily. We didn't have Gustav.
total devastation, man.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
What has that done for the scene over there as far as, you know?
To be honest, man, they are thriving off of.
I was about to say, it looks like they're recovering.
No, they're doing great.
How long, man, were they down for? Because I mean, when I say total devastation, there's like a whole entire substation that was just totally washed away, right?
Yeah. The Hibernia, the Capital One building, that sucker is gone. It's not even there no more.
That's crazy, man.
So much
and then
damage.
a big power substation, like the entire substation was just completely washed away, right?
Yes, sir.
That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
So talking about living without electricity and power, talking about going to the Cape, man, days.
Yeah,
dude,
my daddy
that's
did
crazy.
it, bro. My daddy, Navy guy, so he stayed during the
Survivor.
hurricane.
Yeah.
And like at home, at his house, he only had power in one room. You know what I mean?
Off a generator?
He took his refrigerator and all of that and put it in one. And
Put a little window
he made
unit
it shake. You know what I'm saying? But it was like 3.5, 4 months without power.
Man.
For sure. That's what made me actually move. You know what I mean? And relocate. That changed my life forever. Honestly, forever. Hurricane Laura, for
It's
sure.
different here, man, around Lafayette
Yeah.
and in this area. It's different. Lake Charles, and the reason I ask is I noticed I see a lot of people playing at a lot of new different places.
Yeah.
So I guess over the last 2 or 3 years, it's really started
Almost
booming again,
like 4
huh?
years ago, a lot of people started creating their own little spots, and it kind of gave musicians more places to play, like Rusty Matois, Alphonse Ardoin, Jarvis Jacob, all those guys from Lake Charles.
Yeah.
They have somewhere where they could play, you know what I mean? Like me not being there no more, I'm kind of out of the scene of knowing what's what, you know what I mean? But
You're a legend right now, though, man.
Yeah, you think so?
Dude, Chubby.
Yeah.
Chubby, I remember when I was in high school, and I'm 55 years old.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in high school, Chubby used to come down, and we talked. We talked about me playing with him for a little while, but I was a rocker back then. I was a little, this is the 90s when grunge was just coming out. So I was a little headbanger, wanted to rock. But Chubby's been around, and he's been, like really legendary status.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he tours the world.
Yeah,
or he
constant.
did, for sure,
constant. I've been with Chubb, man, 12 years, actually. You know what I'm saying? So I've got to do a lot of cool things with that dude, man.
Chubby's super cool.
Oh,
guy.
yeah, bro. Like
People love that cat.
He's a hard worker, bro. Like, I would go to his house, like, before playing. Before I started, I trained with him for, like, 2 months. So I would go in their garage. He was like, yeah, look, I want this feel. And I want, he was able to show me how he wanted it and playing the same song over and over and over again. Like, Hot Sauce will whip my butt. I mean, that
because he'll play him at breakneck speed sometimes.
Yeah. Now it's a lot slower, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool. Sometimes I forget and I just revert back and I'm like going super fast. I'm like, hold on, slow down. You know what I mean? Because it's just a little bit different time now. Oh,
totally.
He wants to relax more and play. But festivals is high energy. I'm coming. I forget. I'm coming with it. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
yeah, I'm coming,
dude. And that's another thing we talk about, and that's one of the reasons I run a click on Dustin's gig, especially when we do original stuff, because you play these festivals on these big, beautiful stages with this killer production, and you have these massive crowds.
Yeah.
Man, the energy just it wants to jump out of your body. It's just, so you really got to, that's why I run a click, because we'd be playing everything. We would sound like freaking Metallica. Or, So you got to kind of, and me and Gino even touched on that in his episode, because, you really have to control your nerves, control your adrenaline, control your breathing, and really just, be aware of the tempo. I try to sing a chorus
Most definitely.
in my head before I start a song. If we're not running a click that way, because if you play things too fast, the first thing that's going to suffer are the vocals.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
You know that, and I know this because I used
to
to play and sing too.
Yes, sir.
And that, man, that is the hardest part about playing for those big crowds, man. It's a blast and it's fun, and man, boy, it's so exciting.
Most definitely. I approach it like sports, bro, because honestly, like before wanting to be a musician or artist, I wanted to play in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had a lot of small things that I'm like, okay, I want to play in the NBA. Yeah. So now I take that aggression. When I'm getting ready to go on the show, I'm up there preparing and stretching like I'm about to go play basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in this Louisiana heat and humidity.
Oh, most definitely.
The humidity here, man. I feel sorry for people who come here from out of state because the humidity here, the only way I can describe it is like to people out of state is take your heat and put on a wet robe and put a wet towel over your face and go outside.
Yeah, and
that's what it feels like.
And the leather jacket.
And the leather jacket. That's true, man.
You feel me? Yeah,
that's what it feels
it's definitely hot. Then, being a ball guy, being a part of the ball game, we sweat. You feel me? So I'm coming with my headband eventually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll be trying to sing and play and sweat all in my eyes. It's a struggle, bro.
Yeah.
Especially playing here, festivals. Oh my God. I like winter festivals.
Oh, me too.
I like when it's cold, you know what I mean? Not
put
too
enough
cold,
on, yeah.
You feel me? Because
Yeah.
I play like this, even if it's cold, I can't play with a jacket on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you'll warm up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but this heat, when we did the Shrimp Festival last year, it's in August in Delcom. And it always rains.
Yeah.
So it's super humid when we play.
Yeah.
And that's the only place on earth where the palms of my hands sweat as much as my head.
Yeah.
I've never had that in my life. I'm like, my freaking palms are sweating.
Yeah, bro.
That never happens.
Yeah.
They say sweaty palms. No, not like this. I'm talking about dripping like from your head.
Oh, yeah. It'd be crazy, bro. It'd be crazy. What Jazz Fest this year was so hot, man. It was, and we on the Fado Do stage, so the stage is covered. The whole thing is covered, so you're not getting no draft from the wind. It's hot,
thing, man.
But I love it though. I love it.
Put a couple of screens behind us. Not that big tarp, because that tarp is just trapping all the heat up there, man.
Yeah. You ever get hit by a banner?
Dude,
that happened to
that's
me a
no
couple
fun.
times.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Like, come on, man.
I had lights follow me and stuff for it too.
Wow.
So yeah, I know. This is back in the par can days when they had the big hot ass pars.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I fell off a couple drum sets in my day.
That's entertainment, man.
No, most definitely. I'm glad it was before the show. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So what day did y'all play the Jazz Festival? Because I know they got a lot of rain this year.
Did I? I don't even know. Maybe the first day, second
y'all
day?
beat the rain then, huh?
Or the week after. No. We played the first week. It was a Thursday.
So y'all beat the rain.
Oh,
I think the
yeah.
rain was the following week.
Yeah, it was no rain. Oh, girl was performing in the rain. Country singer.
Yeah, because I saw videos, people walking in freaking water was over their ankles.
They don't care.
They don't care.
No, they don't care. I love fans for that, bro. Because that makes me feel like, man, like,
we're
through
here to
all
party.
of this, you don't care. You are here to hear the music. That is love.
That's
you
love,
know what I mean?
man.
Like we get paid and all of that, but that's not why musicians play. That's not why most musicians play.
We get paid to set up and tear down.
There
we
you
play
go.
for the love of music.
There you go.
You know?
Heck yeah.
That's what we get paid for traveling and setting up and tearing down. The playing is what we love.
Yeah. Especially Zydeco, 3 hours. You gotta love it. Straight, no break. No break at all. We get a break on a waltz.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Slow jam,
that's
take a little break.
it, bro. That's it, bro. But
Yeah.
I love it. And playing drums is freedom. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
Every other musician, they don't really they get to dive into their instruments, but we really get to let our aggression out.
It's therapeutic, man.
On these drums, especially these.
Yes, sir.
Me is the crash and the kick drum. I'm going to slam it. Not every time. I like to play with dynamics, but
Depends
you
on what we're
gon'
playing.
feel that kick drum. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because if I want to kick somebody, I got some little skinny legs, but I kick pretty hard.
I got some little getaway sticks too, bro. Don't worry about that.
But I can still hoop though. Anybody want to hoop? I can throw you on the court. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. The power of the kick, it just, especially in Zydeco, because that's another me and Blazin were talking about. He was talking about Skeeter with Bo Jock, and he was talking about, that you start hearing that kick and saying,
yeah,
bro, you hear that, and I don't care if you dance or not.
Yeah,
you're gonna move something.
Something, bro.
Because
something.
That just it turns on a little happy button right
Most
there. You're
definitely,
like,
bro.
Man,
Yeah. We grew up without
that's definitely
monitors.
A thing.
So when I started playing gigs, it was different because I never had a kick drum monitor, a vocal monitor. Never. It was never none of that. It was no
just drums.
Sub on the drum.
Yeah.
So it was just in the building. I had, you play too loud. That's what they used to tell me. Oh, Jayme, I got 2 songs per Sunday, bro. Or at the end of the service, I'll play.
I used to get that too loud stuff too.
Yeah, all the time. But now I got anxiety, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Unless you go play a jazz gig or a museum gig, and they like, hey, can y'all, asking the Zydeco band to play jazz. That's cool.
Well, I got to give it up to Tony Ardwan and our band. Tony really worked with me because when I came on Dustin's gig, I still played hard like a rocker. And in some of these smaller clubs, and I want to be in the mix.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing about having a studio really makes you aware of a lot of these things.
Right.
So we started working on volume, and man, look, when I tell you, you have to recreate everything when you change the intensity of how you play.
Most definitely.
I had to change the tuning on my drums.
Yeah.
And then I had to find my sound again.
Yeah.
I had to change the sticks I was playing with. Everything. I mean, it changes everything. But once you get it, as a whole, because I'm a big picture guy, man. I'm a team player. I don't want to just say, oh, man, that drummer's badass. He sounds great.
No. The whole band.
I want people to say that band is freaking smoking. Everybody in that band is smoking.
Most definitely, bro.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
More. That's the biggest compliment people can give to me.
Most definitely.
I'm not out here doing a clinic. I'm not out here doing a solo or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm supporting a band.
Right.
We are supporting the entire group.
Yeah.
So I want the entire group to sound good. So, it took me till I was in my 40s to get that.
Yeah.
Because I was loud.
Yeah.
I was a loud rocker my whole life. But, even my wife would come to the gigs and she'd be like, your drums are loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they sound good. But, once you get that and you start hearing recordings and, because everybody has smartphones now, and they come to these gigs and, they're video and everything. And,
yeah, buddy.
it's not fair to the rest of the band when all they hear is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I guess it's maturity when you start, getting in there. But thanks to Tony, we kind of worked on that together in Dustin's band, and it made a huge difference for the betterment of the whole band.
Right.
So,
Right. An old school guy told me, man, like, I would just be going ham. You feel me? And even when the the vocalist was singing,
you can't help
I was riding a ride. He was like, hey, when he's singing, hat. I'm like, okay, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I switched. You know what I'm saying? He like when playing with Chubb back in the day, I couldn't crash while the singing was going on.
Yeah.
It would stay there. So that taught me discipline. Super, super discipline. You know what I mean? So now when I get on the kid, it's like, man, he so pocket, but you can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love watching videos of people chop, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
But my brain is, every time I'm playing the drums, I'm singing. Even if the accordion plays, I'm singing a song in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I try to do something else, I'm going to mess up. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. I think that's the thing that fascinates us as musicians, or the things that aren't in our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Those are the things that impress us because it's not how we think.
Right.
It's something totally outside of our element.
Yeah.
So I think
it's an appreciation.
Definitely,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
100%.
I would never ever like anybody can tell you like I'm very humble, but I would never ever say, they do good, but no, man. Music is
Expression.
so much of an expression that everybody expresses it differently.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Now you can get drummers that can do all kind of beautiful stuff, but they can't groove.
Right.
Or they can, vice versa. You know what I mean? So you just gotta kind of be adjustable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the environment they live in. Hey, man.
Yeah.
On their gigs.
Put his hand in his pocket.
Yeah.
And now I understand what that means. I'll be playing and he'll just put his hand in his pocket.
Yeah.
Put his hand in his
Groove,
pocket.
baby.
He groove it, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that helped, you know what I'm saying, helped me get a job and tour the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My dreams didn't really go as I thought they would, but I just rode with what the wave is, and whatever God was giving me, I took. Sometimes I complain and I want more. But you got to live in the moment.
Musicians.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being here is awesome. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah, I'm glad you came, man.
Most definitely,
dude. It's funny that we're talking about that because you heard my name from Kirk Landry.
Yeah.
And when I tell you the first group I ever played with, Kirk and his brother Kenny Wayne used to sign me out of school.
Wow.
To go play gigs.
Nice.
And it was the coolest thing.
Tell me that.
But man, talking about not realizing the magnitude of who you're playing with.
Yeah.
Because if I'd have realized back then, because I was still a little metalhead rocker back then, and I just loved to play, and Kirk and Kenny were like my big brothers. Right. I love those boys. It's like my family, man.
Yeah.
But playing with those guys, I'm telling you, they would call songs I never heard, and Kenny would turn around and kind of beatbox it to me.
Yeah.
And then I'd play it, and I learned how to play a swing out by Kenny mouthing things to me, and going home and listen to it and lock it in. But talking about your point is, man, if I'd have known the magnitude of who I was playing with at that time,
right,
I'd still be with him.
Man,
because Kenny Wayne is a monster, bro.
That's crazy.
That dude is amazing.
He's a vocal freaking, like...
I used to see women cry when he was singing.
I
was like, what?
He's amazing, bro. Definitely amazing, bro.
Yeah, he is.
I sampled one of his songs, actually. It's so good. Can I make sweet love?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of took it and slowed it down. I haven't released the song. Just talking about all that, I've so much that has been going on in the last 6 years. I graduated college with my degree in graphic design 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, bro.
That's awesome.
That's a story of its own, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't finish high school on time. I got a twin sister who graduated. I got to watch her. I didn't go to college. I went to music. I didn't go to music school, but technically,
when that bug bites you, man.
Yeah.
You can't escape music.
Nah, bro.
It's in the car.
Yeah.
It's in the elevator. Yeah. It's in the grocery store.
Yeah.
You cannot escape. It's on TV. You cannot escape music.
Most definitely.
That's awesome. Man, I think a lot of people grow up. I think people who didn't do good in high school do much better in college, because when you make the decision to go to college, you're ready for it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do better.
Right. Exactly.
Kind of like recovery or rehab.
Right.
Rehab only works when you're ready to quit.
Yes, sir.
If you're not ready to quit, it's not going to work. If you're not ready to go to school, you're not going to pay attention.
Right.
Right.
And I kind of taught myself technically. I went online. I could have went to a school, but traveling and touring, that was impossible. You know what I'm saying? I would have definitely failed school. But I was able to do homework on the plane, in the van, on the tour bus, or, you know what I'm saying, my hotel, whatever, at the gig. Whatever, you know what I mean? So it was definitely hard, but I succeeded. And now, from where I was 6 years ago, broke, made $5,000 to $10,000 from 20 to 22 the years. And bro, to see where I've come in 4 years, because I went to college in I guess you could say what was it called? Now I'm
during COVID?
Yeah, COVID shut down. I started right at the end of all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still trying to find different ways to make money and, you know what I'm saying, rediscovering who I am. Hold on, man, you want to be a graphic designer all your life. So instead of music, I went to graphic design.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
That kind of helped me a lot in confidence and believing in myself because, you know, we're human. So, of course, I'm going to always feel like I can get better.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? So, like drums, like I want to get even better. You know what I mean? Even better. But
if you ever stop learning, stop playing.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I never stop learning. I love to learn, bro. That's why I like to be around older gentlemen, wise gentlemen. All my friends in 50 and 60. You know, one of my good friends, Daryl Fontenot, that's my dog.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he old enough to be my papa. You know?
I love it. That's awesome, though, man.
That's my dog. You know, he called me brother. You feel me? So it's so, like, overwhelming sometimes to hear how your peers see you, you know, because how I see I'm very hard on myself.
Me
you know
too,
what I'm saying?
and that's good.
Very hard on myself, you know what I mean? But sometimes people need to say these things to you to keep you grounded, but also make you understand that, hey, you're not where you used to be. You may not be all the way above it, but you're above it.
But you've improved.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what I love about wisdom, you know.
I love that. Hey, look, man, if you can't handle criticism, music ain't the place for you.
No.
I love it because, hey, look, if I'm doing something you don't like, I would rather know about it than to keep doing it and you getting annoyed and annoyed and annoyed. Next thing you know, I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking everything's okay.
Yeah.
You know, so I like the communication like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Just
I'm a communicator, but
just tell me.
Yeah.
Just tell me. Don't, hey, man.
Let me know where you stand.
Hurt your feelings. No. Hey, bro, what you need me to do differently?
Yeah. I'm Gen X, bro. You can't hurt my feelings with a baseball bat,
dog,
baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro. I can, but it's a certain way that you approach people.
Right.
That music will teach you that. Touring will teach you that. Like, you got 4 drunk people. It could be a man or a woman. It don't matter.
They gonna tell
drunk,
you the truth.
They coming up.
Hey,
man. You still have to communicate with empathy. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
for
sure. If you approach it like a butt, then these people not coming to see you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Totally,
so like
man.
showing love and smiling and hugging them. Man, I love the fans, bro, because they the ones who keep us afloat. You know, without them, we are nothing. You know,
pay the cover.
There you go.
If they don't have it, we don't get paid.
Yeah,
we don't get called back.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we want them to show up.
Right. Yo, definitely show up. Yeah, you know, but.
Yeah, man.
Drums mean a lot to me, bro. I have that exact thing in my studio.
A little statue.
Yeah, sitting on my studio speak.
That's awesome. Yeah. So let me ask you this, man. As a drummer, who would you say your biggest influences are?
Honestly, bro, it wouldn't probably be someone that you know.
That's okay if they're watching. They'll know.
Yeah.
Somebody will know.
It's a couple people, but the main person is a guy named Raymond Pico. Amazing musician. He's the one who kind of like I watched because he played keyboard from a church, but he's a drummer,
right?
And amazing. Now I
see, and that's what I love about this because I don't know the name,
right?
But I'm gonna look him up. Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about this. People who don't know him, they're gonna look him up, and that's what we want.
Yeah. You know? Him, another guy like he plays drums, but he plays everything else. My cousin Deuce Jacko, my cousin Hernis RV. These are just the people that I grew up watching. Yeah. I didn't grow up in a family that bought music, if you will, or gave me, hey, look, listen to this. Hey, look, da-da-da. I never knew who Dennis Chambers was until I became a grown man. Right. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know who Tony Roster was. That's a guy that I love. You know what I mean?
Man, he's amazing.
Was a big guy that passed away. Aaron.
Spears.
Yeah, you know
Aaron
what I'm saying?
Spears.
I love him because he played with my favorite artist, Usher.
Yeah, he's with Usher, but he was in the Christian scene.
Yeah, Jay-Z. He did. Anybody? I don't know. Spanky. You ever heard of Spanky? Mm-hmm. He played Ty Tribbett and all of them. So like all of the gospel drummers from John P. Key, those
Chris Coleman.
You know, so I didn't get to, like I said, I never had a drum set. I never ever practiced. I never knew what a rudiment was. You know what I'm saying? It was just off of I want to play drums. So my motivation kind of from playing drums comes from
the heart.
Right, and from the people that was around me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause I couldn't tell you who played all these songs, and like people walk up to me, hey man, you ever heard of this artist? No. I grew up with a Baptist mama I knew who Mahalia Jackson was, Kirk Franklin, John P. Key, you know what I'm saying, Fred Hammond. So I didn't get the experience like all my other colleagues who grew up in music, like families playing music, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was just, I want to play music.
That's what makes your sound unique to you though, man.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. You're not like everybody else. And
no.
that is beautiful. You know, everybody else is already here.
Yeah. So
you're in your space, man. That's awesome. I love that more than anything, you know, because that really means that you worked hard to develop your sound, and you sound like you. And that, man, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
I've never been chasing anyone else's goal or their dreams for me.
Yeah, right.
Man, you can be better if you do this. Now, I'll take advice. You dig what I'm saying? If I like it, I use it. If I don't, I'm going to try it.
Oh, we all borrow a little bit, yeah.
You feel me? But I like to just stay who I am and not conform. You feel me? Like, people I play with, I don't need to do and be this fast, crazy. I can't use none of it. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly for practice. But I never got to practice and sit in a room for 2 hours and just beat drums. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was mostly this in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But you know, that's the beauty of drums, is we don't have to sit here and learn chords or what key it's in.
Right.
You know, notes. And we learn beats which we can tap on the steering wheel of the car or on the desk or at the table. And
practice anywhere.
You know only thing is having the stamina is the only thing we really have to work on.
Right.
Yeah, that's a beautiful part of playing drums.
Most definitely.
You know,
and if you want to practice and get better with stamina, go play Zydeco for about 3 hours.
Outside in Louisiana.
3 hours straight, no break.
Yeah. You'll have all the stamina in the world.
Like a mug, bro. Like a mug. You be ready. If you play an hour, it'd be like, dang, we're just getting into it. But for most bands, an hour, that's standard. You know, 90-minute set, that's standard. 90 minutes, we just getting to it. We didn't play one waltz. Now we about to go back to the two-step.
You loosened up. Now you're starting to play.
You feel me? Veins popping all up my goddamn arm. You know,
I know.
I done cramped up a lot, though. Shit.
I got to give a shout out to Cool Blue. They sponsor us with dust, and that's like that Florida water.
Okay.
And you're talking about ball, you know. So all these festivals we play outside, bro, when my cap's on backwards, there's a lot of sweat is why my hat's wringing wet. Yeah. But I put those little Cool Blue wipes in there to keep my head cool. And they work, dude.
Yeah, they work.
You rub that stuff all over you, man.
I'm going to have to check that out. Cool Blue. Jayme Romain coming soon.
They work, but it's the best hat liner on the planet when you're playing outside over here.
Okay, great to know. Because, you know, I got the ball head too. You know
man. So you stick them in there in these hot days, and it helps, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
It definitely helps.
Hell yeah. I'm going to try that out, bro.
Yeah, man.
So, what else do you, because a lot of people always ask questions about, like, where I started. You know what I mean? And, like, that was the first time I've kind of ever explained, you know, how I come about.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And now I play accordion. I record Zydeco music. Like that music right there is, I make it so faster than any genre that I make, you know, because of the fun of it. You know, I actually started creating Zydeco music for kids called Crawfish and the Zydeco Tales on YouTube. Crawfish and the Zydeco Tales. Check it out.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's Zydeco music for kids, bro, because of my girls. You know what I mean? They need something that they could actually, like, relate to. Because in Zydeco music, most of the songs about drinking, partying, my girl love, da-da-da, this, that, and the third. You know, it sounds great, you know what I'm saying? But most of it is adult content, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I love it. Of course I love it. But my kids need something, or other kids need something. So Crawfish and the Zydeco
a little more G-rated.
Right. You know what I mean? It's teaching them how to count or making silly songs. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all go check that out.
Man, that's
awesome. I need
awesome.
to get to 1,000 followers. So y'all go ahead and check that out. Crawfish and the Zydeco Tales, if I can plug that in. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So
that's great. Dude, plug everything you want to plug, man. Yeah, I mean, this show, look. I love it. This is a homemade podcast. We are sitting here in my studio.
Yeah. Beautiful, by the way. Beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
I do it for the love of music, and I do it because our musical brothers and sisters down here deserve all the recognition that they can get.
That's love, bro.
You know,
That's love.
yeah, man. I mean, because
this is my first. This is my first. So y'all give it up for Brian.
I love
first,
it, man.
baby.
I love
You know
it
what I mean?
because, I mean, we crossed each other at a few festivals and stuff, and hearing you and Johnny B lock it down, man. It's just it's a beautiful thing. If you haven't heard him, you need to check him out.
Yes.
It's amazing, man. It really is.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
so,
it. Man.
what would you say is of course, you do Jazz Fest. So, what would you say is one of the favorite gigs that you've ever done, that you've ever played on?
Man, honestly, greatest thing that ever happened to me was to be able to play on the New Orleans Pelicans floor.
Oh, I remember when y'all did that. John told me about that.
That was awesome. 3 minutes, but I mean,
dude,
it was amazing to be, because that was a dream of mine, to be on a NBA basketball court. I got to walk behind stage, you know what I'm saying? And I did it twice.
That's awesome.
We did, and then the New Orleans Saints in the square, whatever they call it. We did that as well. That was cool. So I would say the Pelicans game and the Chattanooga, if I'm saying it right, Blues Festival.
Oh, what? In Tennessee?
Man, let me tell you something, brother. The greatest roar I've ever gotten from, but I wasn't playing drums. I was singing. I stood up and sung everybody's favorite hymnal, if you will, Tennessee Whiskey. That's what I call it. It's a hymnal. Now,
pretty much.
It's just like going to church. You're going to hear "Pass Me Not, O Gentle Savior" if you're a Baptist man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So, you feel me? That was incredible. I've been a lot of places, bro. And once I started thinking about it, I'm like, man, it's kind of hard to pick what's my favorite, but the NBA was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was amazing. And it wasn't, I guess you could say, the dream has always been for Jayme Romain to be the main act there.
Yeah,
but
man.
Being around it and still being able to do the things that I do because I play drums has changed my life. Drums have brought me places most people didn't believe. Music ain't gonna make you no money, bro. You ain't gonna go get a job. Now listen, I've been broke very long time, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chasing my dream because it was so much more than money for me.
Totally.
It was my father. He maybe followed his dreams. I don't know. But not really. My mom, not really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people in my family, kind of, but my twin sister has chased her dreams. So I'm like, she didn't give up. I will never give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she came in. She's my biggest
supporter.
Oh man, she's amazing, bro. She's a lawyer, so if you need a lawyer, call KD. You know what I'm saying? Kami Dominic. Well, yeah. So I just love what I do, bro. As simple as it may be, I never ever leverage anything off of finances,
right?
Because I'm all about happiness.
There's a work-life balance,
right?
That should take place, man.
Right.
Because if you spend your whole life working, you can't take it with you when you go.
No.
So
it's important, though. It's important.
Yeah, unless you absolutely love what you do, then you'll never work a day in your life, like they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But to your point, it sounds like when I was talking to Blazin last week too, man. But the way you did it, you play music and you can make a living playing music.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. The thing you need to be careful of, and this is what my dad always told me, because my dad was really hard on me about this, man. He's like, yeah, music is great and all that when you're young, but when you start getting older and your body starts aching, you start falling apart, and you need some insurance and some benefits, then what are you going to do?
Right.
So the fact that you went and got a college degree, that's all you need for a safety net.
Yes, sir.
You can play music as long as you want, because whenever you're ready to step away from it,
right,
you can have a career.
Right.
Doing, what you're doing, graphics design.
Right. And
it's a big market, man.
Right. And see, the thing with me is like, my dream has always be a music producer. So like, as a music producer, music will always make me money.
Oh, yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like, being an audio engineer, that's still music in my eyes. So, like, if drums don't take me to this high peak or whatever, I'm so fine with it, because it's no plan B, C. Everything to me is a plan A. You
Absolutely.
dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and,
man.
like, I do a lot of different things. You know what I mean? But that's because I was always told, hey, you need a plan B, blah, 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 right? And I'm not, hey, listen, my dad worked at Northrop Grumman for 30 years, which I did. I stopped music. I stopped touring with Chubby at the height and went work in aviation.
Wow.
For like a year.
Damn, that's cool.
Hardest thing I ever did in my life.
I bet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the job was really easy, you know, but I worked 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. No time for anything else, but I still found time to produce music and continue to keep it going. So it always going to be a safety net, if you will, as far as creative, because now I got a hard drive. I can sell this, I can sell this, I can get this license, because I want sync licensing. You dig what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody who ever experiences music the way you and I experience it, with a good experience where you're having fun playing,
right?
You're making decent money. Hey, look, you might not get rich, but if you can pay your bills,
man, that's it,
and fulfill your soul, then that's enough for a lot of us.
Listen, brother,
listen,
like the fact that I make money playing and hitting on these things that people told me, man, you will never make money being a musician. I've been around the world twice. Been to 50 states.
Had it paid for, too.
Playing drums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Beating on. Yeah. I know it's some little, what some people consider cheesy music or whatever, but, like, bro, that music has changed people's perspective.
Absolutely.
Because when a Louisiana musician goes somewhere else, he is raw. It does not matter what the style of music. You from Louisiana? You dig what I'm saying? The poorest state, the da-da-da. You understand what I'm saying? These people travel here for all these festivals because
and it's the food capital of the world.
You feel what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody touching our food,
yeah,
baby. It can't burn like us.
Hey, let me tell you, I can cook. I throw down.
Oh, yeah, I love it. You know we're going to talk about that.
Hey, let's get it. I throw down, bro. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's our culture, man.
Yeah. Talk about culture. Like, my family is from, I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana, but my mama and my daddy from Evangeline Parish in the country. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. I grew up in Crowley, so not far.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, all of my influence, I've been hearing Zydeco all my life. I've been hearing Boozoo, I've been hearing Bojack and Keith Frank. Keith Frank, my family.
Oh, yeah, man.
Chris, my family. You know, when you start putting it all together, all these guys are my family. Like, got a guy named Douglas Bellard from way back in the day. That's my family as well. You know what I mean? He was a fiddle player.
Yeah.
So, like, my roots run deep in this genre, if you will. You know, French music, Creole music. It runs deep. So, you know, the fact that I'm doing this, my church people, they didn't want me to play secular music, if you will. You know what I mean? You get that. Every church musician gets that, you know.
We do.
So,
we do. I've done it. Yeah. But hey, man, you know, Jesus didn't just walk with the believers.
No. Most of his friends were
sinners.
You dig what I'm saying? So, so like, I definitely take his approach on life. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean?
Be the light, man.
That's
be
it.
the influence.
That's it.
You know?
Positive influence.
Yeah.
We all negative sometimes, but, you know, for the most part, I'm a positive guy. And
I tell people that all the time. Hey, I don't drink. I haven't drank in over 30 years.
Wow.
But the people who come out for the club, I encourage them.
Yeah.
Drink and be merry, baby.
We're
going to play some music and make you dance.
Take that 20 out and put it in that bucket over there.
That's
you
right.
Know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, man, you know, it's a beautiful thing just to be sitting here and actually, like, talking it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I never really, my wife knows my story, my friends and people, but, you know, I never really get to talk to folks and they can find out who I really am. You know, they never get to hear me talk. You know what I mean?
That's why we're here, brother.
Like some people wouldn't put my voice with how I look. You know what I'm
saying? Totally. I get that too, bro. 'Cause, you know, I was fronting a rock band from behind the kids, so I totally get that.
Yeah.
You know, like, who's this little nerdy dude gonna come up here and sit down?
Yeah.
Put your seatbelt on. Let's
Get
go.
ready to rock, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then, you know, standing up and singing, they don't expect that. You feel me? They don't expect what they're gonna hear.
I love it.
Even if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? They don't expect what they get. I like that. I like to walk in the room and people like, who is that? What does he do? Because just how I carry myself, they don't know what I do, but I do something.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
totally.
good enough for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's cool with me, you know? And then, oh, you're the drummer. Hey, look. I see people pointing out, that's the drummer. Because I never be like, hey, look, yeah, I play in this band. I'm the singer.
Right.
Like, hey, what's up? I'm with the band. You know, that's all I let them figure it out for themselves. You know,
Let your instrument
and they be
speak,
waving
man.
from the, hey, I love it, bro. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So let's get to the most important segment of the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's talk about cooking.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to cook, man?
Oh, let me tell you something.
Let's go.
Listen, the country come out me, dog. You dig what I'm talking about? But
I love it.
Like I grew up with my family all being from Ville Platte and Opelousas, St. Landry Parish and Evangeline Parish. So cooking is what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a sauce pecan guy.
Oh,
That
man.
is-
What?
that
I
is-
love it.
That is, I'll show you some pictures. You're gonna want to get your spoon and eat it. Talk about good, bro. But I like the barbecue. I like Creole cuisines. You feel me? I can cook Italian food. I can cook Asian food. Anything.
Red gravy.
Yeah, I like brown. I like in the middle. I want that rust.
So put a little roux in that red gravy.
A little bit of that, a little bit of couple things, some tomato paste, maybe a little bit of tomato paste.
Yeah.
Or I like to use paste, if you understand.
So it's more like a
Sauce.
coubillon.
There you go, sort of, with smoked meat. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I
it's just
love it.
rice and gravy. You know, sauce pecans red. I can't do the tomato in the red gravy. So I like brown and dark.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like me.
Yeah.
So, man, smoked turkey necks and turkey wings is my favorite. You know, a fresh hen.
Oh,
out of
man.
y'all. Talk about good. Gumbo.
My mom
anything.
used to put hen or guinea in her gumbo.
Yes, sir.
Those two birds.
That guinea, boy. That's some good brown meat.
Oh.
It's like a teal duck. Some duck breast. Oh, bro. I used to be
wild game.
250 pounds, bro. Oh, yeah. I ate kush and cornbread and milk, especially when I moved out and got my own apartment. I couldn't really cook back then. So kush, some cornbread and milk and
Oh,
sugar.
yeah, man.
Yum. Eat it all day, bro. Fat.
People outside of Louisiana don't understand that, man. Y'all gonna have to try some of this stuff.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
maybe we're gonna have to drop some recipes for them
Oh,
so they
most
can try
def,
it because,
most def.
man.
When you come to mine, that's my show. We can come to mine. You're gonna bring something and you're gonna put it in my pot. We're gonna cook and we're gonna talk.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
I love it.
We're
I
gonna
love
show
it.
them what it do. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Straight up.
I was telling Blazen and Ross. We both laughed about it, but I was like, we're gonna have to have a segment where we just get all the drummers together and have a big cookout.
Yes.
That would just be a blast,
heck
man.
Heck yeah. That's a part of my
I love it,
I like
man.
that, bro. I love to cook. Ask John. I show John.
I do, too.
I show John all the pictures. Hey, bro. I like to cook, and if I cook, I gotta cook a big spread. You know what I'm saying? Go to waste. It go to waste.
We'll feed everybody.
Straight up.
That's how we socialize down
Yeah,
here. You
yeah.
know, we'll feed everybody. That's beautiful, man.
Cooking, drinking, I maybe have one beer, maybe. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't drink
man.
much, but cooking, I like to sit down and cook and just talk. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Yeah.
sports. I'm disappointed, but we'll get to that later.
That's bonding, man. That's
Yeah,
bonding.
most definitely. That's what we do on the road, bro. We talk about cooking and
Oh.
sports. You know what I'm saying?
Love it, man.
All
Yeah,
day,
for sure.
all day. So, yeah.
So let me ask you, man. Tell us a little bit about the song that you chose to play today.
So the song I chose to play is actually my original record. It's called Two Step by Myself, simply because I made that song because I can dance a little bit.
Yeah.
But I dance even better when I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a Zydeco joint. And I just love it. It's a recent release, so I just wanted to bring something different. You know what I mean?
Beautiful,
And
man.
Play along to some Zydeco music. You know
That's
what
why
I'm
we
saying?
are here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. So when did you write this song? About how long ago?
Man, I wrote this song maybe like 2.5 years ago. I released it maybe like almost a year ago. Maybe a little less than that.
All right.
And I create so much music, bro, that I have to go through files and just, okay, this one.
Where
cool.
can the listeners find this music?
You can find all my music on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. You can type it in on Google, Jayme Romain, JaymeRomain, and you can find all my music. Two Step by Myself is available on all the platforms. And while you're doing that, you can go check out Crawfish and Exotic Hotels. I'm gonna throw that in again. You know what I'm
For
saying?
the children.
Check it out. All the graphics and everything with my friend Alan Iverson, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He helps me, I'm talking about AI, helps me create some of the little pictures and different things like that. But for the most part, I did all the graphics, everything myself.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's pretty cool. But Two Step by Myself is available as a Zydeco song. You can go check it out. You can dance to it. And it's cool to dance by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Make sure
sir.
you check it out. Jayme Romain on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, what else? The Cecil, whatever. They got 1,000 platforms out there. Y'all just go check out Jayme Romain.
You ready to play some drums, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm is. Yes,
Let's
I'm
play
is.
some drums.
If you don't wanna party, if you don't wanna dance tonight, I'm a two-step by myself. Baby, I'm a two-step by myself. If you don't wanna have a drink and hit the bar with me, I'ma stand in the corner and two-step by myself. Baby, I'm a two-step by myself. Watch me as a two-step. Baby, two-step by myself. While I dance in the corner, baby. I'm gonna do it by myself. I don't need nobody else. That's a two-step by myself. I don't need nobody help, I can do it by myself. All I need is a drink in my hand. Two-stepping on the floor in the corner, I want more. Give it to me till the lights come on. C'est tout vaut pas faire la fête. C'est tout vaut pas danser ce soir. C'est tout vaut pas faire la fête. C'est tout vaut pas danser ce soir. Baby, two-step by myself.